So here we are once again in the not so sunny Barcelona for Gamelab 2014, but this is a nice land and we are talking about a really worse land than that, which is a Badland, right Johannes?
Yes, it's a nice place here in Barcelona, I agree.
Your panel touched on your Badland success and development process you followed. What can you tell us about it?
About the success, you mean? The success was tremendous, of course, for us. We were just a two-man company, so and we received probably all the possible featurings from Apple last year when we launched on App Store. So we got the Editor's Choice, we got the Apple Design Award, and finally we got the iPad Game of the Year. And on top of that, we got plenty of other awards. So it was really critically acclaimed and also pretty good financial success as well. So at the moment we have about 17 million players worldwide.
And for being that successful, you need to be a dark puzzle?
Yeah, that's a good point. For an indie company to stand out from the crowd, I think it's important to have a unique twist in your game, and so that it's not yet another Angry Birds type of game or other this colorful cartoonish game. So we on purpose designed Badland to be this dark, colorful, visually looking game with pretty unique visuals and awesome sound and atmosphere.
And you said each one defines Badland differently. I guess it's something, for me, it's something similar to like a World of Goo meets Limbo. Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah, that's a good comparison, or Jetpack Joyride meets Limbo. So there are plenty of different genres actually in the game that we have inspired or taken inspiration from. But at the start it was Endless Runner with physics really added to the top of the gameplay. So that was the starting point, and then we added a lot of things, those cloning power-ups and other power-ups that changed the gameplay a lot. But still, we kept the simple one-touch gameplay. So that was kind of the goal was to create this ultimate one-touch game for mobile devices.
But it can also be really hard because it depends on physics and it's also harsh on the visual aspect. It's almost gory, I would say. Have you experienced, I don't know, someone throwing the iPad and breaking it due to its difficulty, or how do you find a correct balance?
Yeah, well, there have been some tweets about the difficulty of the game on the later levels. The start of the game is pretty easy to really learn how the gameplay works, and we don't have any tutorials and so on. So the start is, or the beginning of the game is pretty easy, but then we linearly make it more difficult, and also of course the player's skill level is getting better and better. So that's how we do it. And it's important that in every level we introduce something new, so in every level feels like a new kind of game, or at least there are new kind of puzzles in every level.
That's also linked to the business model you're applying to the game?
Well, the business model has been simple. You pay once and then you get the game fully. On Google Play we went free to play in that sense that you can play it for free. But if you don't want to pay anything, then there are video ads between levels. But you can upgrade to the premium experience that is on iOS as well on Google Play if you want as an in-app purchase.
Okay. And aside from that visual aspect and the art style, which is different, it's darker, as you said, what can you do to stand out on the App Store? Because that's exactly your success.
Well, at least for a paid game, basically the icon and the screenshots and soon the video is the only way you can like prove the user that your game is awesome. So visual are the most important thing Like you cannot hear the sound. Well, soon there will be on App Store that there's the trailer as well in the App Store base, so that will help a bit, so you can show how the game is played. But at this point, it's still that, well, the screenshots need to look really nice, and I think it's important that from the screenshots you get the idea how the game is played, so that it's nothing too weird or difficult to understand. Especially on mobile, it's important.
And that was on mobile platforms. Are you considering any other platform for Badland?
Yes, I think we designed Badland to be this kind of console quality game on mobile. So we have obviously tested the game on a big screen, like a 40-inch TV, for example, and it looks awesome. The graphics are like full HD graphics, or even above that. So it looks awesome on a TV screen. So I would love to see Badland on other platforms outside mobile as well, such as console and PC.
Not anything you're trying right now?
Not anything confirmed yet, but we'll see in the following months what happens.
And now you're not just two anymore. You're more people at the studio.
Yes, we have grown from 2 to 7, and because of that we have been able to bring the game to other platforms and soon also make new games in the same universe. So and keep updating the current game as well.
So what can we expect from Frogmind from now on?
More Badland.
More Badland. Yes. Okay. You also worked on Trials Evo. What can you share about that experience back then, and what do you think about the latest installment on the series, the Fusion entry?
Yeah, I was working in Trials Evolution as the lead editor programmer, so I was behind the in-game editor that is with the game, that the users can create the levels, and that experience was super useful for me, and I learned how these kind of physics-based games work and how to build a kick-ass in-game editor, and those skills have been applied to Badland as well. So and as you can see, Badland is a physics-based game as well as Trials, so there are some similarities definitely. And what I think about Trials Fusion, where it's like the next level from Trials Evolution, so it's even better and even crazier. I think it's funny how the guys at Red Lynx have in this road that there can be anything in the Trials tracks, so it's always so fun to see what kind of traps and obstacles there are in the Trials series and in their tracks.
So who would thought that Badland and Trials are so similar? I wouldn't think that.
Yeah. I guess it's more like that they are physical-based games, but if you think putting a bike, that you can ride a bike in the Badland levels, so maybe there are some similarities, but like the character is different, obviously.
Okay, thank you very much and good luck with your future projects.
Thank you very much.